Yo, what's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here on this Money Making Saturday here with the Pick Dogs Morning Show. It's me and Money Making Jovan Burtz. Today, man, we're finna cook it up, let y'all guys know our thoughts, our opinions, how we see today's action playing out. Get you guys the information you need and get you, ladies and gentlemen, in and out of here. And hopefully we come out green on the other side. We got a full schedule of Major League Baseball today. We have 3 games in the WNBA, and we got the Stanley Cup Finals game 5? Game 5.
Something like that.
Something like game 5 tonight, man. So I'll let you guys know what it is and what it ain't. For me, last night, I'm coming off a 2-1 night. Cashed my playing baseball with the Brewers. Shout out to them. Told y'all yesterday, fuck the Cardinals. The WNBA, I cashed with the Dallas Wings plus the points. Unfortunately, my 7-0 run, 7 straight cashes here in the postseason in the NBA came to an end last night. I had the Pacers plus the 6. I don't think it was a bad read. I just didn't fall my way in the end. It was a tight game all the way through, and I thought that's how it played out. Oklahoma City hit the free throws and did the things in the last 2-3 minutes to secure the win. Shout out to them. And I took a loss. So I thought it was a great game last night. It's been a hell of a series. It's been a series I thought it was going to be nip and tuck, and we'll see who comes out victorious in the end. But yeah, so that's what I had going on yesterday. Looking to keep some momentum rolling forward into today. Money Making Saturday. Jovan, how you doing today, buddy?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. Now yesterday, officially, I had a losing day. But if you bought my picks, well, my 3-pack at least in game 4 of the NBA Finals, and you read my write-up, I went 1-2, but I shot for the stars. SGA 40 plus, but when you read the write-up, we were laddering it. Over on 33.5, 2 to 3 units. Over 35 plus, 1.5 to 2 units, and then a flat unit for the 40 plus. This is one of the strategies that Mitch used, for his betting. Not player props, because he didn't do player props, but when he loved the favorite or underdog, he wasn't just taking the spread. He was alternating it. So it's just one of those things where my official play, it lost. But you read the write-up, specific instructions, you got that cash. 5-fold, basically. You know what I'm saying? So I don't mind, losing that, because sometimes you gotta go for broke, because you know what's gonna happen for the most part. It's gonna hit. That next step, it hit, and then the third part didn't hit. So unofficially, we cashed. Officially, we lost.
Yep. It'd be like that sometimes, I do the same thing. I'm a huge money line dogs type of person. So, and I'd say it all the time. I'm taking the outright money line here in my write-up as my official play, but I ain't mad at you if you grab the points in your back pocket as well as your safety net, So, it always plays out like that. Not always. You hope it doesn't, but of course you want the jugular, you want the whole damn thing. But
listen,
you don't shoot for it, so
SGA should have got there. He came on late the last 5 minutes. Hey, listen, that's what superstars do. He's one of the best in the game, and when your team needs you, you perform, and that's exactly what he did last night. That's NBA basketball. That's what the best of the best do. I don't know about those other guys. They don't perform when you're supposed to. Guys like him, he's gonna perform. I thought it would have came sooner. We were 5 points short. It is what it is, but that's what you do when it's clutch time. That's what separates the greats from just the good guys.
You're right. Shout out to the Thunder Buddies, man. They tied that thing up, heading back home to the crib. See if they take the reins of the series and go up 3-2, heading back to Indiana. or if Indiana steals another one on the road. So it's a hell of a series. I thought it would be from the start. I've been enjoying it. Two teams I love near and dear. Y'all know that. So just watching them go mano a mano, head on head, man. It's been a hell of a series, man. Great hoops. Great hoops.
Indiana's definitely giving OKC a run for their money. That's for damn sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's talk some baseball, Jovan. Let's talk some baseball. Money making Saturday, full card today. All day action starting at 12 o'clock Central, 1 o'clock Eastern. First game on the board is the Marlins and the Nationals. And we'll go Tigers, Reds, Cubs, Pirates. We got Trevor Williams on the mound for the Nationals, Flaherty, Singer, and Tigers, Reds, and Boyd versus Burrows in the Cubs versus Pirates. How you feeling here in this first slot of the day?
Don't really like much in this first slot, to be honest with you. Detroit, I believe they still have the best record in baseball, but that price is a little bit too steep for me. They did win 11-5 last night, got the job done. So, given the pitchers involved, Brady Singer, he might be able to hold it down, but I gotta be on Detroit at home, 24-9 at home. We're gonna have to bring down the price at a run line. That's really the only way I would play this one. Cincinnati got talent on the team. They just and a manager, Hall of Fame manager in my opinion. Got it done with the Red Sox. But he's still navigating that team and trying to bring a bunch of young guys to winning baseball. So Tito Francona still has some work to do for the Reds. No, I think there's some brightness in their future, but as of right now, it's Detroit's time, and I don't know if they're gonna regress for the rest of the season, but whatever they're doing right. And this is a team that I've gotten money off of as underdogs in years past, and now they're favorites and they're still winning. So I'm on Detroit run line.
I don't disagree with you. I've been on those Tigers a lot here of recent as well. They've been the most profitable team in baseball this season. They have still the best record in baseball this season, and the odds haven't truly reflected how good this team has been until really right now. I say they're just now starting to really garner some respect. It's kind of reflected in that line today, minus 185. And growing. I would go run line with them or just take them straight up money line. I see until they give me great reason not to rock with them, I say we continue to roll with them. So I'm not in love with the Cincinnati Reds in their current form, coming off back-to-back losses, back-to-back dominant losses. They were playing okay before that, but we know the Reds to be a streaky, inconsistent team. And I think this is just a series where the Tigers beat up on them. So I'm on Detroit here in this one. No need to overcomplicate it. Cubs Pirates, man, went damn near how we wanted it to go yesterday. We said it was going to be a under through and through all the way. And I think it's going to be the same thing today. Just a true through and through under. I wanted Skeens to go full game shutout. That's what I thought was going to happen, but that didn't happen. He did go 5.
Hey, one of the things about that, speaking of schemes, against the Cubs, he doesn't go deep.
Yeah,
he's only going 5, and I would have took the under, and on his outs recorded, it was at 18 and a half, but it was heavily juiced. It was at minus 180, and I just don't touch those. So good for a parlay piece, but not enough for a premium play or anything close to a single bet as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, Did they hit a home run in that one? What happened to y'all parlay yesterday?
The goddamn Mariners and Guardians exploded for 4 home runs. Yeah, they went crazy in that game late. But I'm going right back to it in that game. I'm going right back to it tonight. I don't care.
Got you.
I got to. That's too good a plus money not to, take a flyer on them. So I kind of like that bet. I wish Chris wouldn't show me that.
Yeah, I've tried those no home runs, round robin four pick. Take 4 games that you think not gonna hit a home run and round robin it. Hasn't come to fruition a couple of times that I've done it, but it's hard because every team is trying to hit home runs.
Yeah, it's a home run game now.
Yeah, so it's all another proposition for these batters when up at the plate. So, they're either swinging for the fences or they're whiffing. That's what it seems like. It's kind of like basketball where shooting threes or going to the cup. Yep. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
But when one of those hits, oh my God.
I know we got through the first game, Cubs Pirates. There was no home runs. We got through with that one. I would go back I would bet that again in that game. I would really parlay that same parlay back up today. I would parlay the same one. Guardians, Mariners, Pirates, Cubs, no home run. So I really like that a lot. I'm going back to that under in the Cubs Pirates game, under 7.5. Looks like the wind's blowing in again. Neither offense I'm in love with right now. But what's been the knock on the Pirates all season? They can't hit. The Cubs, it's not like their offense is in great form right now. Looking at, their most recent games, they had 1 run yesterday, 3 runs the game before, 2. They had an 8 spot, but then a 3 spot. Overall, I'm just not trusting Chicago's offense with the wind blowing in right now. I'm on the under Cubs Pirates. That's all I really love here in this first slot. Marlins Nationals is nasty. I really like betting Nationals at plus money at home, dog. Not really as home favorites. We saw the Marlins steal one yesterday. Forced to play, I would go back to the Nationals, but I'm not forced to play, so I'm cool.
Yeah, that is a nasty game though. 3-7 for the Marlins. Last 10, 2-8 for the Washington Nationals. And for me, the Nationals have more lineup power, but the pitchers, yeah, I can't rock with this game one way or another.
Yeah, fair enough. Keep it rolling. Let's find some shit we do love, man. We got the Angels and the Orioles. We got the Blue Jays and the Phillies. And we got the Texas Rangers, my hometown team, against the lowly Chicago White Sox, man. It's DeGrom Day, and it's priced like DeGrom Day, too. Rangers minus 320. I mean, how y'all want to bet this? What I'm going to do is just go to Oh Reliable. Hold on, as I show y'all almost daily now, we're just going to go to Oh Reliable and pray that the Rangers offense doesn't absolutely explode today. I think that DeGrom keeps the White Sox in check. I don't think he, gives up too much to the White Sox today. And on the other side, I'm just going to bank on the Texas Rangers offense to be who they've been all season, which is not great. I'm trying to pull it up for y'all 1 second. For the Texas Rangers this season, we've already talked about overall, but at home, they're terrible in terms of offense this season. Let me show y'all. All right. So we scroll down here. At home this season, over under. Texas has only gone over the total 8 times this season at home. They've only gone over it. So they're going under the total in 76% of their games at home this season, 77%. I see no reason why not to just go back to it. That's how I want to attack it. I mean, I do think the Rangers win today. I do think they're head and shoulders better than the White Sox. Their offense has cut it on a little bit here of recent, but It's hard to argue against 76%. It's hard to argue against. So I don't want to buck the trend today. I'm just going to stick to all reliable. Give me the under between the Texas Rangers and the Chicago White Sox. Blue Jays, Phillies. Brad's on the mound today. Brad Francis versus the Phillies. The Blue Jays were hot heading into that series, and then they got that smoke last night.
Did they?
8-0 is crazy.
And I don't back the Blue Jays at all. But I had the notion to last night.
Yeah, I almost had him as a premium yesterday. I liked him a lot here on the show. I ultimately left him on. Just had the one play. I would have bet the Blue Jays yesterday. I ain't gonna lie to you. I would have bet them. I'm glad I didn't. Guess what? I'm betting them today. I don't love it. I don't love it. Brad hasn't been great. The Phillies have found a little offense here in the last couple games, but I just kind of feel like this is a sneaky plus money spot with the Blue Jays, who are still in one of their best forms of the season. One bad game isn't enough for me to just be like, all right, fuck the Blue Jays. It's just not enough. So I think this is a slight overreaction spot, a good spot to attack a decent plus money price with the team still playing decent. Small lean on the Blue Jays. I like it because of the value attached to them today. Angels, Orioles. I can't believe old man Morton had a great game yesterday. I can't believe it. I'm cool on this game. I'm cool on it. I actually would probably lean towards the Orioles, but I'm not paying that price with them. I'm not. I can't. So, how you feel?
I'll take the over in the Blue Jays Phillies game. It's not a Toronto game in their home stadium, the Rogers Center. For me, that's an automatic over. But nevertheless, I'm gonna take the overs. It's in Philly, and just looking at Bona Francis, he's liable to give up, a large amount of runs. And if not him, then the bullpen. The bullpen, they're posting a 7.64 ERA in the last five. So they could give it up. Their bats have gotten the job done. Let me see real quick what they've been doing against lefties as of late.
Sorry, Brad.
Let's see. Yeah, I mean, overall, 268. Last 348 against lefties, last five. Let's look at last 10, 318. So yeah, they've been seeing the ball well against lefties. On the other side, I think Francis, he might be throwing batting practice, might be throwing BP to the Phillies. So I expect a lot of runs in this one, to be quite frank. I mean, they could bounce back. If it's a high-scoring game, then that means that Toronto's in the game, going into the late innings. But that bullpen, even if they're up, they're dicey with that bullpen on the back end. So, I wouldn't touch the side, but I would definitely take the over. Looking at these other two games, I would actually be on the White Sox, but plus 2.5. And that's just on the strength of
how bad that damn offense is. I don't blame you.
That's what I'm saying. Even though they have hit the ball better as of late, the Texas Rangers, but I mean, I don't like who's on pitcher for the White Sox. Vassell, and DeGrom's on the mound, so he's going to be shut down, and he's been stellar in his last handful of games. It looks like that he's finally getting over the injury. It takes a while for any pitcher to get over these season-ending surgeries or then the long rehab process and then getting back into the game because he wasn't looking like himself, but it looks like he's getting back to his old form and that's lockdown. So but given all that, with all that being said, plus 2.5, given the fact that the Rangers, they've been suspect, and that's an understatement at the plate. And if you look at the last 10 between these two, I think only one time the Texas Rangers have won by any more than 2 runs. So, you know, look, I'm manipulating the runs. It's only at I think 127 minus 127. It's great odds, you know. So I take a shot with the White Sox at plus 2.5.
There we go.
And then the other game, no real commentary, but just looking at the price, the pitchers, and the teams involved. I take a shot at plus money with Tyler Anderson on the mound.
Yeah. If I were to play it, I mean, I can't even take a side in that game. I can't. I can't. So I won't. Keep rolling. We head over to Atlanta where the Braves are humongous favorites today over the Rockies. Minus 350. Damn. It's coming down a little bit, 335. Spencer Strider on the bump versus Dolander. We got the Tampa Bay Rays, Rasmussen versus Meatball McGill. And the money New York Mets. They lost last night, Friday night at home, man. I can't believe it. And we got the 50-50 Twins, Joe Ryan, out on the road versus Hunter Brown and the Houston Astros. I think the under total in that Twins Astros game tells you everything you need to know. Everything you need to know. Twins Astros total 6.5. 6.5 for great reason. I think Hunter Brown, who's been, I can't believe I'm saying this, one of the best pitchers in baseball this season, has another good outing. I haven't loved what I've seen from Minnesota's offense of recent. So I don't think it's crazy to think that Hunter Brown comes in here and shuts them down. But on the other side, I think the Astros cool off a bit offensively today. So I'm taking I'm gonna take the under. I just think it's gonna be a really low scoring game. I think the Astros win it like 3-1, 2-1. Something like that. Low scoring Astros sneak one out at home. Y'all know me, when them Twins get to losing, I like to be right there fading their ass. So stack back-to-back L's, really haven't been competitive in back-to-back days. 3 of their last 4, they've been obliterated, 10-3, 16-3, 16-4. Y'all know me, I'm starting to fade these boys. So I'm leaning towards Houston on the money line. I also really like the under in that game. The Rays is one of my teams. Y'all know that they one of my dark horses this season. The problem is they going up against my money Mets at home at the crib. I loved the Mets last night, but out of respect of the Rays, I left that game off my premium area. I just left it alone. I'm glad I did that. Today, I'm gonna garner that same respect. I'm gonna leave this game alone. I would go back to the Mets today. I would take the Mets. I think the Mets are the better team. And with how dominant they've been at home this season, they've earned that respect to just want to rock with them at the crib. But the Rays, man, I'm trying to tell y'all, the Rays is one of them sneaky teams. If you just ride blindly, bro, you're going to look up and they made a pretty good change for the remainder of the season. Mets 27-8 at home, but the Rays 14-12 away. It's a tough game. One I'm just going to personally stick to my own side and leave it alone. And Braves Rockies. I mean, what I'm about to tell y'all is not for the weak-hearted. Taking a shot on the Rockies money line. Principle. Principle. That's all. The Braves right now do not deserve to be minus 335. They don't. This is a team 8 games below 500. Strider has not been great this season. Um, Come from a just pure value talk. I'm taking a shot on the Rockies money line. Am I really expecting to win that? No, but that's why I'm getting like north of 250. I'm just telling you, I'm taking a shot, bro. Y'all know me. I love my dogs. I love taking shots on dogs. I love beating my chest after I cash one. And I think this one falls in that mold where it's just too much value to pass up to not take a shot today. Fading a underwhelming, overrated, overvalued Atlanta Braves team. Let's do it today, Rockets. How you feeling, Javon?
Hey, Chase Dollander did it to him earlier this season, about 6 weeks ago. So it's not out the realm of possibility. I'll be on the under in the Twins Astros game, but first five, not full game. Just given the way that these two pitchers have been dealing, you know, there's really no choice in the matter. I gotta take it. I didn't even look at the line, but or the total, but it's gonna be 3.5 and um rather heavily juiced. That's all you need to know about that. So when you see a 7, you're gonna see 3.5, or maybe even a 3. Um, so that's the only way I would play it. You're dealing with it. The thing about dealing with full game, pitcher change, manager makes a bad decision on who to put in, match him up against the wrong batter or a series of batters. Next thing the under turns into over real quick. So I don't want to be involved late in the game in this one, especially with how the Twins, bullpen and this have been looking. They've been getting slaughtered. So under first five for me. Uh, and what was the other two?
Twins, Astros, Rays, Mets. Or Braves, Rockies, Twins, Mets. Or Braves, Rockies, Rays, Mets. Sorry.
I don't even know if they'll get that Rays Mets game off. It's raining out there, yeah. So we'll see about that. That's touch and go. That's it. We'll move on.
Fair enough. We will move on. We got the Royals and the Athletics. Lopez on the mound for Oakland, formerly Oakland. Sorry, they're the homeless now. Versus Michael Lorenzen and the Kansas City Royals. We got the Brew Crew. Jose Quintana on the mound versus Palante and the Cardinals. And we have the Yankees. Ooh, yeah, the Yankees. And the Red Sox. The Red Sox got them one yesterday. They lead this season series 3-1. Red Sox some shit, but when they see them Yankees, boy, they be ready to play.
That's how it is. I knew Crochet was gonna bounce back in a big way. Man. I knew that one. Gave that one out on the drive-through as far, with the Sox. Well, and that was part of my that was one of my parlays or parlay legs for the channel. The other one didn't do anything. The Padres, but yeah, that one was a hitter. But yeah, I want to keep on fading the St. Louis Cardinals.
Me too.
In baseball more than any other sport, you ride those streaks.
Yes, you do.
Now, now, Eric, saying that at this stage, 6, 7 game losing streaks or winning streaks, He's gonna tell you to fade those teams, and I agree with him. But you pick your spots, and you pick your spots one way or another. That's my book. So sometimes you want to jump off and roll with that team roll against that team that's on a 6, 7, 8 game winning streak, or back a team that's on a 6, 7, 8 game losing streak. But I'm not doing it with the Cardinals. I'm not gonna back them. I'm gonna fade them till they figure it out. When Jose Canseco's on the mound, I don't think they're gonna be able to touch him. The bats for the Brewers, they're concerned, but no, I'm fading them. I mean, that's really all there is to it. Um, yeah, that's it. Looking at this Red Sox Yankees game, Darvin's made some comments, I guess, in the Bronx, or about the Bronx Bombers, saying that how he'll never pitch for those guys. If they were the last team on earth, or so on and so forth. There's been a back and forth, so this might get ugly. Um, I don't know. It's already. I mean, it's not like back in the days. It's not the amount of hatred there was, 20 years ago. That's for damn sure. But you know, we we might see some fireworks in this one. Um, with that being said, I kind of want to take the Red Sox again. Plus money. You're a plus money home dog. 151 at that. That's a good price for me. I might want to be involved with the total. So I'll refrain from giving my opinion out on that. But yeah, the Red Sox once again to keep the thing going. They laid the hammer to Rodon. They've been laying the hammer to lefties all season. So you might want to jump on board with that one. Red Sox again.
I'm surprised that that's not the Sunday Night Baseball tomorrow.
Yeah, they had it last weekend. So I don't think they can't do it back to back.
Shit, Red Sox Yankees. You think they would? Tomorrow it's Giants Dodgers.
Another rivalry.
Yeah. If it was Sunday Night Baseball yesterday, tomorrow I would have been on the Yankees. Y'all know my theories. I think set up the rubber game tomorrow. Sunday Night Baseball, great narrative. Without it being on Sunday Night Baseball, though, I can see Red Sox still in this thing at plus money. I can. The Red Sox, they love playing the Yankees. I don't know what it is. They just love playing them boys, man. And if they're gonna win, I don't. Tomorrow's game is tough. It's Freed versus Bayo. Oof. I don't love this game. I don't have a dollar on it as of right now, but I'm leaning Red Sox. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm leaning Red Sox. And like Jovan said, that price is almost enough for me to want to make it interesting. So I'm gonna lean towards Boston in that one. Just a lean though. I'm all over the Brewers though. I'm all over the Brewers. I've been on the Brewers in this little homestand they've been in. They made me mad against the Braves. They pissed me off against the Braves. As good as the Brewers have been at home this season, you're not supposed to get done like that by the Braves, who were trash on the road in that series. They lost that series to Atlanta. But they've turned around and looked good here in back-to-back games against the Cardinals. That same time when I was mad at the Brewers for losing to the the Brewers for losing to the Braves, I was just as mad at the Cardinals for getting swept by the damn Blue Jays at home. Getting swept by the Blue Jays is almost as worse as losing. It is worse than losing 2-3 to the Braves. So I have been on the fuck the Cardinals train. That's why I told you at the start of the show is fuck the Cardinals right now. You get swept by the Blue Jays at home, bro. You're dead to me. So we turn around. I've been on the Brewers back-to-back days. Play of the day both days. It's not the play of the day today, but it should have been. It fucking should have been. Until the Cardinals wake up and show some life, man. I think we, like Javon said, continue to ride streaks, continue to fade them. Brewers trustworthy at home this season. The Brewers at home are 22-14. Cardinals 14-20 away. The odds don't truly reflect that. Cardinals are in a funk. I'm not trying to overcomplicate it. Milwaukee. And Royals Athletics.
It's another ugly game.
Another terrible game. Like, for the simple fact of I've been keeping it simple in baseball. If I don't love it, I'm not betting it. And yesterday the Royals was right there on that cusp of, if the price was a little better, it would have been a premium. No way in hell I thought the Royals was losing to the Athletics yesterday. The price kept me off. Didn't end up betting it, left it alone. But I was genuine. I think I had it in a parlay. That's what I did. I had it in a parlay. That's what I did do. Money line. But I was so shocked to see them boys lose to the A's, fam. I was shocked as hell. The Royals are in a little slump right now. I just knew yesterday was going to be a bounce back spot for them at home following getting swept by the Yankees, and it wasn't. This game falls pretty much in the same boat where it's like, I love the Royals today, but A, the price keep me off. B, their current form keeps me off. But I really want to bet them. So, yeah, no.
Can I interest you in the over? It's 9.5.
Sitting at 9.5, I think speaks a little volume. Who got on the mound? Lopez and Lorenzen.
Two pitchers I can give it up.
They can. Lopez was good in his last game, but the two before that he gave it up quickly. You can interest me in an over here. Yesterday's game snuck over the total. I think if the Royals are going to wake up, it's going to have to be offensively. So, yeah, I can see an over here in this one. You're talking me into an over.
Yeah, bullpens, last 5. Athletics 6.97. And a flat 5 ERA for the Royals. So there's big potential for both of these starters to give it up. Big potential for the bullpens to give it up. Sounds like an over to me. I mean, the 9, that the extra half with the 9, it is a cause for trepidation because 9 is a key number as far as totals go. But 5-4 gets you nothing. 5-6 will get you somewhere, get you to the window. So it's 6-4 for that matter. But yeah, this is one of those things where you need a little bit more, than the 9 to get there because when you're dealing with a total of 9 and you get to 4-4, you're at least getting your money back. That's how you gotta look at those things. That's how I look at it. When I'm dealing with these totals, especially overs.
You love totals. I love a total personally.
But here's the thing. I used to be a heavily, let's say a well-regarded totals better. In recent years, I've taken a step back. Just how these games are played, the philosophies and all that. I'll take my shots. I'm really an under better. That's one thing. I'm really an under better in any sport that you could find. Because my philosophy, you're a winner until you're a loser, as opposed to being a loser until you're a winner. But yeah, recent years, I've kind of taken a step back. Not to say that I won't touch a total, but I gotta really feel it to be involved.
I tell people all the time, the reason I hate totals is the way it make me watch the game. Like, if I'm betting total, I gotta just bet it and forget it and just come back. But I'm a game watcher. I tell people all the time. Like most of the time, I'm betting something I'm watching. Like I at least got an eye on it. I got a screen on it, something like that. So baseball's a little tougher for me than, of course, NBA and football. NBA and football, I'm watching pretty much all that shit. But baseball, whew, it's a
Yeah,
grind.
the thing about baseball and totals, especially how I do it, how I play it, you could sit there and be dead right for 8 innings, and then that ninth inning comes, and a team will give up a meaningless run or a meaningless 2, 3, or 4 runs to mess up an under, and you gotta live with it, you know, and for me, I'm not involved with overs enough to catch the benefit of that because in the summer months, it's gonna happen. It is what it is. You're gonna sit there and be like, okay, I'm cashing, nothing to worry about. You flip the channel, and 5 to 7 minutes later, what's going on?
I know.
What's going on, girl? Go back in the home. But yeah. So it's just one of those things, man.
Yep. Last slide of the day, man. We got, or in baseball at least, we got Padres and the Diamondbacks. Zach Gallen versus Burgert. Tanner Bybee versus Jorge Kirby. Guardians Mariners. And we got the Giants and the Dodgers. Clayton Kershaw versus Roop for the last slot of the day. Mama, that man on the mound. Mama, that man is on the mound today. I know he struggled to begin his comeback. His first outing, he came up out there, gave up 5 earned. The second one wasn't no better. He came out, gave up 6 earned. But give my man the benefit of the doubt. His last 2, we started to see him get his shit together. While he did get hit up by the Orioles, he only gave up 2 in 5 innings of work. And he did go 7 against the Angels and only give up 2 innings in that one. I mean, not give up 2 innings, 2 earned in that one. My man is starting to show some positive regression back to the means, which means back to one of the best pitchers in baseball. Tonight, at home against a Guardians team on the road who I don't trust offensively anyway, this might be his best start of the season.
Who we talking about, Gallen or Kirby?
Kirby. I love Gallen too. Yeah, I'm a Gallen and Kirby guy. But I believe in Kirby today. I'm going back to that under Mariners, Guardians. I'm going back to the no home run bet. I'm going back to the Nerfy. And this is a game I'm going to have on the TV right here. I'm not doing nothing really on Saturday night. And I'm just going to be live betting the under the whole game. I love doing that. Inning for inning under. I love doing that. Especially on a game I'm watching when I ain't got shit else going. I'm a gambler. So I'm just telling y'all what I'll be doing, man. This is gonna be one of the ones where I do that. I don't trust either team offensively. These are 2 teams who, over the last 2-3 seasons, we've discussed how great pitching, but offensively they leave a lot to be desired. Like we said yesterday, in a pitcher-friendly ballpark. I know they gave it up last night. It wasn't great. But I don't expect that to happen again. Sidewise, lean Mariners, but I'd rather attack the total in that one. I think I might have only taken maybe 1 or 2 overs all season long, but I bet a good amount of unders in baseball this year. I like unders in baseball. Unders in baseball are my most bet total by far any sport. Like football, I gotta love it. Basketball, I have over 600 plays in basketball this season. I think less than 10 of them are probably totals.
In basketball?
Yes. I just don't like them, bro. I just don't. It's just how it be.
I mean, listen, in the regular, especially in the regular season, you could close your eyes and catch an over.
Now you,
And
you
in a
can.
lot in a lot of instances, now there's times where the under's gonna cash, but in the beginning of the season, you could forget about it. These overs hit like no one's business.
Padres Diamondbacks lean towards the Diamondbacks. They pricing me up on Gallon. They know what it is. He's finna come out look good today. The Padres on the road haven't been great all season. They've been okay here recent 17 and 18, but I'm on the D-backs today. Matter of fact, that's gonna be in my two-team lay. It's gonna be Diamondbacks. What was the other one I said that I didn't like the price? Royals. D-backs Royals two-team lay for me today. Jovan Brad style two-team parlay. And Giants Dodgers. Giants got it done yesterday. Y'all know me, man. I've been Mr. Fade the Monstars this season. We're profitable fading the Monstars this season, even though they up 12 games, because we be beating their ass over the head with that plus money. I'm going back to the Giants. I don't love it, but the price makes me love it. Giants are in solid form, even though they lost to the Rockies in one game. It's not for the weak-hearted. It's not a premium for me, but I will have money on the Giants today. Just letting y'all know what it is, what it ain't. Would I be shocked if the Dodgers got right tonight? No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't be shocked at all. But in baseball, for me, here at Reason, it's all value. It's all value. Just like Mitch used to say, it's all value. Giants. And he took the Giants every day, so I'm taking the Giants. How you feel here, Javon, to close out baseball?
Guardians first five. It's at plus 110. I'm not completely sold that Kirby's back. Phenomenal performance, 14 strikeouts. I like my pitchers, getting it done strikeout style, making guys whiff, and he's one of those pitchers that can do it. But with that being said, one performance isn't gonna, make me forget what he's done in, prior to that outing. He's been better. Not to say he's gonna have a bad game, but I just believe that, at the end of five, Cleveland's gonna have a lead. So it'll be Cleveland for me in that one. Zach Gallen. I mean, he's really, he's having a down season. Gave up 4 his last start. He's been battling, trying to get it together. But against the division rival, I might want to get some of that plus money. No, his counterpart that's for the Padres. Only 2 starts. They've been good starts though. He's going 5 in each. Didn't give up anything last game. Gave up 2 his first start. So I would say same thing with the first 5. I'm gonna take the underdog. Padres.
Padres. For enough, anything you might have missed full card in baseball today?
Nah. Gave up enough.
All right, we'll move on. We head over to the WNBA. 3-game card. Sparks, Lynx. Lynx 11.5-point home favorites. Liberty, Fever. Liberty 4.5-point road favorites. Mama, she's back. Oh my God, she's back. And Storm, Valkyrie. Storm 9.5-point road favorites. How you feeling here in the dub today?
Man, I'm tempted to rock with the Fever. I don't think Jarkel Jones is playing for the Liberty. Is that it?
She's at game time decision. Questionable.
Well, I mean that'll be huge if she doesn't play. Then I would want to get involved with the Fever. It's funny coming off an injury. I mean, she was only going for 2 weeks, but Caitlin Clark, she could only benefit the Fever, with her being on the court just by her presence. So getting that plus money, you know, Liberty, they're on fire to start the season 9-0. Is this the night or the day that they catch their first L? It just sets up like that for me. Not even factoring in these teams' form. Um, I don't want to go against the Liberty, but just how it sets up for me, it might just happen. I want to look at New York's schedule, see if they have any threats to catch a L. I don't see it. I don't. Atlanta, Phoenix, Seattle next three, or at Seattle next three. I'll put my money on the Fever just as a spot play.
Brad and Ruth asked me, who was that, Tuesday? They were like, where does the Liberty's first win come? I mean, first loss come? I told them that day, I said, shit, Saturday. Shit, on Saturday. Mama, that woman is back, man. And today, I don't care. I don't care. That's where I'm at. I'm telling y'all right now, that's where the fuck I'm at. Money line, Fever. I really wish she would have had a game underneath her belt. I hate that first game back for a superstar. I hate that. They almost always lose that game. And then they proceed to go crazy after. But in that same breath, it's a play on the spot. It's a play on the situation. We've already seen these two teams match up once this season. Liberty did play them extremely tough. Liberty did come out of there with the win in that one, 90-88. But y'all know what that sets up. Fever coming to this game. They lost their last game they played. They got dominated by the Dream, 77-58. Falls into one of my favorite spots and situations, man. Bounce back game at home. It also happens to be a revenge game. So the spot situation put me on the Fever. Caitlin being back put me on the Fever. And like Jovan said, just overall spot, like this is the most logical spot for the Liberty to take their first L. It just is. I was on the Storm the other night, money line. I called the Lynx first L. Shout out to me. I think I'm calling the Liberty's first L too. Y'all know I love the Liberty. I'm the same guy that re-rode the Liberty all last season to the damn chip. I love the Liberty.
What's the commissioner's cup standings?
Right now the Fever 2-1, New York 3-0. Whatchamacallit, and Atlanta's 2-1 too. So huge game. I think big time players make big time plays. Big time players have special moments, and I think this will be one of those for CC. We'll see. Taking the Fever. I'm gonna take the Valkyrie plus the points against the Storm. Another Storm playing well. Another Storm hot. Now on the road, laying an extended number. I just don't trust them. The Valkyrie, a sneaky little team, man. I'm kind of really liking the expansion team and how hard they be playing, how well they be playing. They're much better than I thought they would be as an expansion team. Much better. I like them. I want the points in my back pocket with them today. I think that's too many. And Sparks Lynx is just a tough game, but I just don't leave alone. I can make an argument going both ways. I do think the Lynx are head and shoulders the better basketball team, and coming off the 10-point loss to the Storm the other day, they might be locked in here. But in that same breath, I kind of feel like 11.5 is too many. And it wouldn't shock me, Sparks coming off a good win if they just kept this game semi-competitive. Lynx do win, do bounce back, but fail to cover. It's kind of the way I think it's going to play out. So I forgot to take that down. I went on the screen. But yeah, that's how I'm feeling, man. That's how I'm feeling. So Lynx, Sparks, I would lean Sparks ATS. Love the Fever plus the points and outright money line. And I would lean towards the Valkyrie plus the points today. I'm usually in love with the damn favorites in the dub, but today, oh, dogs. All right, last game of the day, Javon. I know you probably don't have many thoughts on it. I don't have too many. Stanley Cup Finals, Game 5, series tied 2-2. Even line, -110, -110. Ooh, shit. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a ball game today. That's what we got. Man, Edmonton stole. Man, these, man. That's what I'm going to tell y'all. If you haven't been watching hockey, you should. This shit be so tough. Like, they playoffs is just different. It's just different. They want that shit, bro. If you care about home venue, home court, all that, man, you got to watch this game tonight. Tune in right before this game starts and watch how they in there tripping for Edmonton tonight. They finna be in that motherfucker tripping. And I think that's the edge for me tonight. In a -110 game, Edmonton lost the last home game they played 5-4, double overtime. I'm taking the Oilers. Shout out the Panthers. I have no bad words to say about the Panthers. I haven't that's the thing. The Panthers, they're the defending champs for a reason, man. And every time you count them out, every time you think you're going to count them out, they do some shit where you like, damn. And the line being at -110 makes my stomach hurt. I think Edmonton should be like -130, -135. But they not. That is the way I lean. I'm taking the Oilers. Money line. Any thoughts, Javon, at all?
Every game's going over. Listen, I got it back to under. It's juiced. This, as far as that goes, you usually see in playoff hockey, you usually see unders at certain points, especially in the Stanley Cup, the final. You're not seeing that in this one, and there's been I guess a couple games where it looked like it was trending under, but then things went haywire late. So just on the strength that we've only seen overs, I'll take the under in this one. And I mean, can you bet on on an overtime? I said that to Tony the other night. Bet the over in every game. And if you've done that, you've cashed 3 games. So,
yep. You even got a double overtime in one of them. So,
what are the odds on something like that?
Let me see.
That'd be something.
Yeah, let me see. Overtime.
I mean, they've been getting smacked up.
Chris usually got this shit off the top of his head. Overtime bet in the NHL. Nah, Chris be working hard, bro. He deserved a day, fam. I was gone last week, so he took a day today.
Oh nah, he's in La La Land. He's counting sheep.
Yeah, he gone. He's probably not the fuck out right now. Let's see if I can find the overtime bet. If somebody in the comments know what it is, let me know.
You're probably not getting great odds on it, at least compared to game 1. But yeah, that's where I would be, just on the strength.
Somebody said it was like 300 last game for overtime. I'm trying to find it right now.
Just if it's squarely in plus money like that, then you might as well. Might as well take a shot with it.
I'm looking for Manspiel. Chris is fucking hilarious, bro. Y'all just don't know if he had me dead yesterday with that Manspiel shit. Let me see. More wager. Where would this even be at? Like,
Now they're saying, well, in the chat they're saying different numbers, but it's
here we go.
275, 265, 235,
330. Will there be overtime plus 330 today?
Where's that at?
Manspiel. FanDuel. Plus 330.
Yeah, on things like that, FanDuel usually has better odds.
Yeah, they do.
DraftKings, you trying to skimp out on that bread.
What's the Pick Dogs game of the day? Great question. Let's see. Javon, what do you think should be the Pick Dogs game of the day today? I'm going to put my vote as either. I think it's the Oilers game. It's the NHL game. I think that's the game of the day today. Baseball, there's no really like huge matchups enough to take that down. If I were to separate one and say that one for baseball today, it would probably be Red Sox, Yankees. Yeah, those would be mine for today.
Nah, you got it. You got it right. Oilers game, pivotal game 5.
Not mad at Liberty Fever. That's a good game today. I'm not the one that handles it. Brad does, so we'll see what Brad ends up making it. It's probably gonna be Oilers, Panthers. That's my vote. Agree, Oilers game. Yeah. Fair enough, man. Money making Saturday. Covered everything under the sun, ladies and gentlemen. WNBA, NHL, Stanley Cup Finals Game 5, and the full schedule of Major League Baseball. Y'all know what time it is, man. That part of the show. Our favorite plays are over at Pick Dogs Premium. Javon, what you got over at Pick Dogs Premium today?
As of right now, only have 2 plays on the board. Both MLB. We'll be putting in a 3rd play, possibly a 4th. But with that being said, jump on something long term. Kind of cooled off the last couple days. I was on a real heater for like about a month span. So gave a little bit of it back, but nothing major. Get back on track, and it starts today. So I like those MLB plays that I got on the board. This year I've been doing less value. I'm a value guy when it comes to MLB historically, but this year, I've been picking my spots on those. Then I've been, doing some trickery in baseball that has been working. Whether that's first 5, taking the bullpens out of the mix, and doing certain other things in baseball that don't involve full game, because the full game will absolutely get you. You could be right, like I said earlier, in the first 8 innings, and the 9th inning comes and things go haywire. So it is what it is. But yeah, jump on something long term.
Fair enough. Hop on with Jovan, man, and do the damn thing, ladies and gentlemen. For me today, smaller card, 1 game in the dub, 1 game in Major League Baseball, and I might have 2 in baseball. I'm trying to have a little 3-pack for the other day, so most likely a 3-pack. You can scoop it up over at Pick Dogs Premium. you know, off a good winning day yesterday. I think I stacked like 3 or 4 winning days in a row. So did drop my NBA play of the night last night. Unfortunately, that was frustrating. It hit 7 in a row before that, but it is what it was. I got the WNBA play of the night tonight, though. We are 15-5 on that play this season. So we cashed another one yesterday. I want to say we've hit like 3 in a row, 3 or 4 in a row. 15-5 speaks for itself, though. 20 games, only missed 5. Like, come on, $19, scoop it up. Let's continue to see the board well. Let's continue to kick the crap out of the books. And I got to get better in baseball. I know that, but we're on a slight good run right now, trying to keep it rolling. So cash the play of the day in back-to-back days. Let's make it 3 in a row. Big Dogs Premium. Let's do it, ladies and gentlemen. So I got for y'all, though, man, it's parlay time. Parlay. What you got for me, Jovan?
Let's match up the Detroit Tigers on the run line with the Chicago White Sox plus 2.5 alternate run line. That'll be one. A second one would be, let's see. Continue to fade these boys. It'll be the Brewers, just the fade train on the Cards. Match that up with the Red Sox. And squeeze out one more. Padres, first 5. Guardians, first 5.
Fair enough. I'm going to take the two-teamer from earlier, Royals. Was it Mariner? No, Royals Diamondbacks. 2-team, get in, get out, parlay. And then we'll go plus money. We'll go with the actually we're gonna pair up some unders. We're gonna take the under in the Rangers game. We're gonna take the under in the Mets and the Rays game. And we're going to take the under in the Pirates-Cubs game. 3 unders. Wind blowing in Chicago. I don't trust Pirates offense. And then the Cubs, I don't trust their offense right now either. Rangers, 77% of their games this season at home have gone under. DeGrom's on the mound, so I don't expect the White Sox to do anything. And then as bad as the Rangers have been, the Mets and the Rays are also bottom tier in terms of offense, in terms of overs and unders this season as well, playing each other. So just attacking teams and to expect them to do what they've done for a lot of the season. So that's the reasoning behind it. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's all we got for y'all today, man. Money Making Saturday. We'll be back same time, same programming tomorrow. No NHL or NBA tomorrow, so we early preview of the dog days. We got a full schedule of Major League Baseball tomorrow. Do we have WNBA tomorrow?
No money to be made, man.
We do. We got 3 WNBA tomorrow too. So MLB and WNBA tomorrow. I'll be here to break it down, cover it for you all. I ain't got nothing else to say. Jovan, anything else, my man?
Nah, we'll be sure to keep it professional, be more professional tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Subscribe if you haven't already. Today could be the day. Tomorrow could be the day. We're like 500 away, 400 away from 250,000. Absolutely insane. Appreciate each and every one of y'all for being part of the community. We're just kind of continue to grow in the image of the GOAT and what he had planned for us, man. So that's what we're trying to do each and every day. Check out all our individual content over at the site. We'll see y'all tomorrow, man. Get out of here. Peace.